did buy
that guy, he's not going to be that color for much longer. That sounds bad.
But yeah, maybe we can do the whole fight shaboing boing. So this review is going to only be on the bodysuit, the mask, and the gloves. I cannot do a fair comparison because I don't have all of the accessories that come with the professional cosplay suit. I know the names are kind of confusing, pro cosplay and professional cosplay. However, stick with me, we're just going to refer to this one as the $1,200 suit. So let's start with the bodysuits. First, we'll take a look at the one that I showed you guys recently in the pro cosplay review. This one is the Deadpool 3 suit. I really like this costume. Again, for the price point, it fits great. The texture on this one is really nice. I do enjoy it. It's got that tattered leather kind of all throughout the costume. It is faux leather though, which does kind of provide a little bit more stretch. So it is nice, but it doesn't last as long as real leather. You've got all of the golden accents on here, which are super nice. They feel like they're gonna last a while. However, the thread that is sewn in there does not. So you might have to tidy it up a little bit. They did upgrade the shoulder pads. They used to not really put anything in here when it came to their V1 and V2 versions of their Deadpool costume. Now there is a little bit of, seems to be padding in there, but it's not much. It's really thin. Theoretically, you could open it up and add some more. That might be something that I do in the future, we'll have to see. It doesn't puff out as much. You can see here on my shoulders, it's still pretty flush with my body, whereas in the movie and on the professional cosplay suits, you can see that the shoulder pads really extrude from the costume. They add a lot more definition to the shoulders, and they kind of build out Deadpool to look wider and more built up in his shoulder area than he really is, because he's got those giant rubber shoulder pads on. I do want to note, it's super nice that they put buttons down here for the shoulder pads, and all of the Velcro and all of the places on the pro cosplay suit is super helpful when it comes to putting on the accessories and getting them to stay. Because on the professional cosplay suit, I can get everything on and it looks good, however none of it really stays in place, and that's kind of always been a problem with previous Deadpool suits. So pro cosplay adding those features to kind of upgrade it was definitely a good choice. You can also see here on the $1,200 Deadpool costume that the chest knives are extremely more pronounced, and I know I am missing that little silver piece right here. That is not from the maker, that is just because at some point it came off and I never realized it. So that is one big notable difference between these two costumes, is all of the rubber pieces are much more pronounced than they are on the pro cosplay suit. The shoulder pads, the chest knives are super visible, they stick out. They make a statement, whereas on the pro cosplay suit, they kind of just blend in and create this one silhouette figure. So on this one with the upgraded rubber and textures, there is also a feature where you can adjust it, and that I think is really cool. Obviously these things are custom made to a degree to fit you, but they even have these straps here where, because people grow, people shrink, you know, people eat a little more some months. You never know. It's really cool to have that option to kind of tighten up the chest or loosen it up a little bit, whatever you're feeling. And it's a really smart way to incorporate the straps that are already there. On the upgraded Deadpool costume, all of the black leather is indeed real leather. So I mentioned earlier that the stretch in the faux leather is nice if you're trying to get a better fit universally. If you're going for the custom measurement option and you want to do the whole upgraded suit and you get the real leather, it just looks like the real deal. It is so cool. It is nice and thick. The padding in general in this suit, up here in the chest and in the knees, are really good. Got elbow pads here too. These are also padded pretty well. I will say the pro cosplay suit does contend in these areas though. They're the The elbow pads here, knee pads are pretty good. They're not as padded as the other suit. However, the chest has some nice definition to it as well. It's not padded, so it's not really 3D, but it seems like there's a few layers of fabric in there. Both costumes do have the sleeves with the thumb hole, so they can kind of sit there and then you put the glove over that and the sleeve doesn't ride up. That's super nice. I talked about that in a couple of my Spider-Man videos to have that, because it's just super helpful, especially when you're doing a lot of movement. Sleeves tend to ride up, boots tend to ride down, so anything like that is really good. I really like the overall look of the Pro Cosplay Deadpool suit, only because it really comes together nicely, it's sleek, and I think doing a little bit of shoulder pad and weathering work, it could look like the real deal. The $1,200 professional cosplay suit is really good too though. I absolutely love the shoulder pads. There was one point where I just wanted to rip the shoulder pads off and put it on the new one, and then I realized how crazy that was and decided not to do that. But it's just built so well. The sewing job is really, really good on the professional cosplay suit. Not to mention the thickness and the layering of the fabric is something that's really nice. And of course it does get hot, but so does the Pro Cosplay Deadpool suit. So here are the two different gloves. This one is the Pro Cosplay Deadpool 3, and this one is the $1,200 professional cosplay Deadpool 1/2, whatever you want to call it. So right away you can tell that this one over here, there is way more definition to these lines on top of the knuckles, or whatever you'd like to say, on the top of the hand, on the top of the thumb, and this little portion in here, I'm not even sure that this is accurate, but I like how it feels, so I'm okay with it. However, there's way more definition to this glove than there is to this one. All of these pieces are just kind of flat to the glove. Both fit really well, I would say, which is a first for Pro Cosplay, because normally their gloves are ginormous. They both feel great, they both fit great. The gloves aren't that different. Obviously the textures on the fabric are the same as the bodysuit, and the Velcro on this one is significantly better, which I would hope it would be for that price point. Okay, and last but not least, the masks. Both of these masks have pros and cons. We'll start with the Pro Cosplay, as we started with that bodysuit. So this mask is a complete full shell mask with a zipper down the back, a nice amount of neck fabric here so you can tuck it in, and it's got the eyes built right into it. And my two biggest complaints with this mask are, one, the eyes don't come out, they're not removable. That's not really a complaint, it would just be nice if they did. I guess Pro Cosplay stopped doing the magnetic masks about a year ago. However, they still advertise it with that, so it kind of confused me a little bit, but the eyes actually still look okay. I just wish maybe you could take them out, swap them out, I don't know. This back here that's a lot. This is a lot. Like, that does not need to be that much. Look here, look at this. This is accurate. It's not supposed to be this giant, landing strip for a plane. Pro Cosplay did already actually send me out more fabric. It's on the way. They also sent me the boots for the Deadpool 3 suit, which they didn't include originally, which is really nice of them. I didn't expect them to do that. You could just add padding and it's not gonna move around on your face and any of that, but it still just looks big. The $1,200 Deadpool mask, we have a few different things here to talk about. First thing is, this is very obviously not a full mask. This is a half shell. It originally was not like that. The person who had the suit before me decided to go in and make it a half shell, which is why in these videos, it looks like I kind of just have a leafy chin, like I have a super weak chin, and that is because the mask is not sitting right up against my nose. It's like sitting kind of out here. Like, this is where the nose stops, right? This is the nose. This is where my nose actually is, right? This is where my nose actually is, and this is the face shell. So if it was way back here where my nose actually starts, it wouldn't look as bad. Again, as I just showed you guys, it has that nice little head nipple on the back, and it's accurate. The seam lines coming out from the eyes are really cool, and they protrude a lot, which is always a good thing in a Deadpool mask. You want to see those seams coming down from the eyes. It's just a part of the design. It looks really good. And the most notable thing about this mask is all of these. Several different expressions. You've got happy, you've got sad, you've got angry, you've got surprised, and you've got bored. I think we've got 5 different expressions here. And that is all because of the magnetic system that we have in here. And that is just like in the movies. You guys can see right there, we've got a bunch of different magnets going around the frame of the eye here, and a bunch of magnets here on the back of the eye. And then it just kind of pops in there and it stays. Or you swap it out for, say, one of these, and it stays. I've always liked the ability to have different expressions as Deadpool, even though I really don't use them that much. I kind of just rock the normal eyes. There is a little bit of light weathering on this entire costume. You can kind of see it here on the mask. There's a light black wash, which makes those seam lines even more pronounced, which is a good thing. So in conclusion, I really love both of these costumes. They both have certain things about them that draw me to them, whether it be the gold accents and all of the super duper good detailing on the pro cosplay suit, or the really nice shoulder pads, leather work, and rubber work on the $1,200 costume. You guys let me know which one you like down in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.